It is the holiday season, and AAA is saying there will be more than 115 million Americans traveling over the holidays. AAA's spokesperson, Aixa Diaz, is with us tonight. Aixa, thanks for being here. Today's the first of the busiest travel days. Airports already bustling. Where's everyone going to? Is it family destinations, holidays, overseas travel? What are you seeing?
It's a mix, Scott. So a lot of people obviously go see family. They go see grandma. Maybe they see their parents if they're living away from their families over the holidays, or go with friends. But AAA also sees a lot of people taking advantage of the extended break, especially if they have children and kids are off of school for more than a week. And they go on vacations, warm weather vacations. So Florida is very popular, the Caribbean, also theme parks. So not only in Florida, but also out in California. And cruises are also really popular this time of year. We've seen cruises that have been sold out for months in anticipation of the holidays, and we're seeing cruises already sold out for 2024 as well. So people definitely take advantage of these days off, but keep in mind, not everybody has off that week in between Christmas and New Year's. A lot of people still work during that time. So what we're going to see is that the weekends at the airports, both this weekend, Christmas weekend, the long weekend, and also the long New Year's Eve, New Year's Day weekend, are going to be very busy on the roads and at the airports.
Yeah, busy indeed. And some people already complaining about flight cancellations, saying the airlines can't get those passengers onto another flight until the day of Christmas. The weather hasn't hit yet, though. What is AAA suggesting?
Well, and that's the problem, is that flights are so full right now, they are at capacity, that unfortunately, if there is some sort of delay, let's say there is a storm or some sort of other cancellation or another reason why airlines have to cancel or delay a flight, you don't have many options because flights are so full that perhaps the next booked flight isn't going to be for quite some time. What AAA always recommends is you can't control the weather. Obviously, you can't control what happens on that side of things, but you can get to the airport at least 2 hours in advance. And what that does is it gives you time to make moves and decide what to do next if, in fact, your flight is canceled. Have your airline's app downloaded on your phone so you get notifications right away. And if you're the first person notified of that delay or cancellation, then you're more likely to be able to then try to rebook a different place. Perhaps if it's driving distance, do you rent a car and drive instead of fly? But unfortunately, for people who are flying long distances and don't have that option, it's tough. One of the things AAA always recommends when you're booking trips, especially a big ticket trip that you've spent a lot of money on, is to buy travel insurance when you book. That helps you cover those incidentals like extra meals, hotel rooms, or even a car rental.
Yeah, it can be a real safety net. What about train travel? Are a lot of people, once they see a flight gets canceled, opting in for the railways instead?
Perhaps. And, we have this other modes of transportation category in the AAA travel forecast that looks at buses, trains, and cruises. And that's a 4 million figure of people. So 4 million Americans expected to take those other modes of transportation. The thing with train is it really depends on the route. There are some routes that are quite expensive. So sometimes you don't always save money too if you take the train versus flying. It really depends on your route. It depends where you're going, obviously. If you're taking a fast train versus taking a more regional route that makes a more frequent stops. But trains are always an option. But again, keep in mind, the weather can really throw a wrench into everything, no matter your mode of transportation. So be aware of the forecast, know what's expected. And if it is bad weather, please don't drive in it. Rethink your road trip and either postpone it a little bit or leave a day early if you see the forecast is going to be bad when you want to leave.
All right, some AAA insight and advice. Aixa Diaz, thank you so much for joining us here on the National Desk.
Thank you.